Hey, I'm back. So today what I wanted to do was talk about my transformation. I was a little apprehensive about doing a transformation video because I don't have a six-pack set of abs and I don't have like a conventional beach body. I have a mom bod and I'm totally 100% okay with that, but people might, you're always like kind of, it's still a little self-conscious. Even though I'm very proud of everything that I've done, self-doubt still always creeps in. So I wanted to share with you a before picture. In this picture, I'm about 215 pounds, about a month before I started my NSNG journey. So there's my before picture, at least one of them. I probably will share a few more, but that, yeah. So that was about August 2017, about 215 pounds. And then now, this is one of my current pictures. I mean, current within the last few months. And I'm at about 160-ish pounds. So, my journey, I did start being overweight like at a young age. My mom did love with food. Anytime, and we had fast food a lot. I don't blame her at all. It's just what she did. So there's that. Also, like, I celebrated with food, or if I was sad, I would eat. So food was very connected to my emotions, and as not just a way of survival. It was like, something good happened, you ate good food. Something bad happened, you would comfort yourself. And that's just the way that I grew up. So I didn't really notice, anything wrong with my body until probably like early 20s. And then I was like, ooh, I need to lose weight. And it was like a roller coaster, up and down for several years. My mom, I'm not sure if I've shared this or not yet, my mom did pass away when I was 27 from diabetes, complications from diabetes. So that did like kind of put me in a weird space, and I was the heaviest pre-baby I had ever been at that point. And I gained about 15 pounds in a month's time, which on like my 5'1" stature, that is a lot. Like, that's a lot of weight. I probably went up a pant size or two. Honestly, that time in my life was a blur because my then boyfriend, now husband, was super sick too. And it was just like a really stressful time. We were living in Long Beach and away from my family, but we were up here staying with family. And yeah, it was a rough time. But I self-soothed with food. I remember I probably had a Venti white chocolate mocha iced with a blueberry, probably on the daily for about a month. I mean, can you just, oh my gosh. Anyways, I allowed myself, I even said like these next few months until the end of the year, I'm gonna like just let myself wallow. Like, my mom died, my partner was sick and recovering. We were trying to get jobs, trying to get on our feet. And we did all those things. We were okay. And then on January 1st of 2013 is when I took my very last sip of Diet Coke, and I started on my first successful weight loss journey. So by that point, it was just like, watching what I ate, exercising a lot. I was with Beachbody and I loved it. Like, it was great. I lost about 35 pounds or so. Then I moved back up here. My job really allowed me to because I didn't work full time. So I came home and exercised every day. I had the energy. It was it was good times. It was good living, you know, like I was able to really take care of myself, make myself a priority. So then we moved back. I got my old job back, and then I was promoted. I went to school. We got engaged. I was planning a wedding. All these things happened. The weight started to creep back on because I wasn't being diligent about watching what I ate. I was like, oh, this is fine. Even though I was planning for a wedding in like 4 short months, as long as the wedding dress fit, you know. Shortly after we got married, we started trying for a baby, and the pregnancy, I got pregnant 6 months later, and I gained all the weight back plus some. After I had her, or at my highest, you know, 39 weeks pregnant, I weighed 239 pounds. So, again, and I'm barely 5'1", so it was a lot. It was a lot of weight. Then, so, again, I lost a lot, you know, I lost a lot of the baby weight right away, but it creeped back up, and then I found myself at the highest at 215 pounds, and I wasn't hating my body. You know, a lot of people say, I just hated the way I felt. Yes, I was tired a lot, but I didn't hate the way I looked. I'll be honest, like I did not hate the way I looked. What scared me was, you know, I was wearing a size 18 shorts, pants, you know, and that's almost trying to fit into a size 20. And that's ridiculous to me. That was, for me, I was like, this is how it happened for my mom, because my mom wasn't always super heavy. She was, you know, she was never thin, but she wasn't like always heavy, and it creeps on slowly. And so it just was really scary when I was squeezing myself into a size 18 pair of jeans. And I said, this is not okay. My husband had been talking about NSNG, and I was like, that is crazy. But one day we just did it. And so we did. And yeah, I haven't looked back. I mean, like I said, you know, I've kind of fluctuated between 5 to 10 pounds. But I'm happy and I am healthy, and that is what my goal is. And I don't want to put any kind of food issues on my child. That is huge to me, because I do believe, you know, they were passed down to my mother from her mother, and passed down from my mother to me. Again, no one meant to do any of this. It just happens. And I will not do that to my child. So I don't want to be 100% strict on anything. I just want it to be not a diet, but our diet, the way that we eat. We eat meat, we eat vegetables, we eat dairy. You know, you can see like Cheerios right there. Like, yeah, she eats Cheerios sometimes. We've had that same box for God knows how long. But nothing truly is off limits for her. And not really even for me either. And that's like why those 10 pounds kind of just like in between those 10 pounds, because that's where my life is. I'm not going to make it like this big giant thing. I want to be healthy and I want to be happy. I want to be here for a very long time for my daughter. And if she wants to serve me cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory, I'm going to take a bite. So, I mean, that's just, I feel like that's where life is, and that's where the importance of it is. Like some of those things I'm just not willing to give up. So, there's a quote that I read, and some people think that NSNG is super drastic, like no sugar, no grains is a really drastic and hard way to live. Like you're cutting your, like there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't remember what it's called. Like limiting yourself. It's not limiting, that's not the word I'm looking for. But keeping yourself away from an entire food group that's too strict, too hard, and you're just setting yourself up for failure. And it's just truly not. It's actually the easiest thing I've ever done and the longest I've ever kept weight off before. But so there's this quote that I read, and I think it pertains to this now, to this way of eating. And it's, he who has a why to live for can endure almost any how. And it's he who has a why to live for can endure almost any how. So like day to day, me not eating cereal for breakfast, or me not having cinnamon buns or whatever, you know, on the daily, it's not that big of a deal to me because I know what I'm getting in return is so much bigger. So, you know, again, like I said, I didn't hate the way I looked. I just wanted to be healthy, and I didn't like the way that I felt. And I think that's a big difference. And I want to invite anybody, you know, if you have any questions at all about this way of eating, about NSNG, please feel free to email me. I'll put my email address below, and we can chat, and I can help you along, because truly it is easy. Once you get the hang of it, and once you kind of understand like the benefits of it and why it works, it makes a lot of sense. So I wanted to say thanks for tuning in on my video. Subscribe always. I'm always going to ask you to subscribe and send me a like. Like I said, they're pretty important. And let me know if you want more, you know, what you want more videos of, NSNG stuff, diet. I do have a few things that I want to make a video about like, I am a no frills, no fuss kind of gal, but I also don't want to look like I just rolled out of bed. So I do wear makeup, and I was going to make a couple videos of like my top 5 beauty products, makeup things that I do for an on-the-go person. I literally like take 20 minutes in the morning tops to put on makeup, and it probably shows. That's fine. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I said, this one's pretty vulnerable, and but thanks for watching.